Welcome to the Spiritual and Cosmic Podcast with Lady D, the podcast where the mystical meets every day. I'm your host, Lady D, psychic, medium, astrologer, spiritual guide, and cosmic truth teller. Each week we'll dive into real talk about living in a spiritual life in a human world. The good, the bad, the beautiful, the messy, and in between. From psychic insights, astrology breakdowns, to soulful chats and cosmic truths. This is your sacred space to awaken, expand, and keep it 100% real. So grab your crystals, open your heart, and let's get spiritual and cosmic. Hello, beautiful souls, and welcome back to Spiritual and Cosmic with Lady D. Today we're diving into one of the most misunderstood holidays on the planet, Christmas. We're talking pagan origins, sun gods, winter solstice, Christianity, rebranding under the Emperor Constantine, and yes, even Santa Claus and his magical, mystical roots. This is not a religious episode. I am not Christian, and I am not here to convert or attack anything. I am here to educate, to open the mind, and to help you understand the true spiritual fabric behind this time of year. So if you're ready to challenge what you've been told, let's get into the real story. So, true origins of Christmas, so the pagan roots. It actually is a pagan holiday, so is Easter. So long before Christianity existed, ancient cultures celebrated Yule, which is Y-U-L-E, so which is the winter solstice. It was the rebirth. It was the rebirth of the sun god, of the sun, the return of the light after the darkest day of the year. The 25th of December was already celebrated by multiple cultures as the birthday of the sun god, not the son of God. So we've also got this named as, is it Mitus, Mithras, Sol Invictus, so Invictus, Horus, Horus, because I don't know really how to pronounce these names, and Dionysus, DionYsus. So all celebrated around the 25th because the sun literally begins to rise earlier again, the light returns. This is the true spiritual meaning of this season. Rebirth, renewal, hope, and the victory of light over darkness. So let's talk Constantine and how we know Christmas as today. So in the 4th century, Emperor Constantine decided to unite the Roman Empire by creating a standardized religion. So this was done 300 years after, I'm pretty sure it's after the death of Christ, 300 years, people. And I don't know about you guys, but 300 years is a long time. And even like back then, it'd be so hard to trace back lineage and also trace back certain things. Stories change over time. I know my family, I can only trace back till about the 1800s. So I feel like it's not even 200 years that I could even trace back in my own family. I could trace back my grandparents' parents, and they were born in the 1800s. But it would have been less than 200 years. So back then it would have been harder. The technology that we have today, they didn't have back then. And they did not celebrate. So the blend of political strategy was with spirituality, and the Christianity as we know it today was shaped. So basically he wanted to make a religion to control people. So they had their pagan celebrations and the gods, but he also wanted to immortalize himself into history, and he actually put himself into the Christmas story too. So he made Jesus a mixture of the sun god and himself. So the sun god was celebrated, and he was born on the 25th of December, and his mum was a virgin. So that sounds awfully familiar to our own story of Jesus Christ. So he actually used to have a statue of himself too, which was meant to be Jesus, but actually was himself. So the story goes that he had angels come to him and talk to him as well. Apparently he heard God about winning some war, and that is why he converted. But it was more about him wanting to immortalize himself within a religion and also control people through religion as well. So he has all the power. So He chose it because, yes, it was already celebrated by the pagans and it was the birth of the sun god. So he kept the same holiday, he kept the same rituals, and he simply renamed them. It's the same as Easter. So Christmas wasn't born from Christianity. Christianity shaped itself around the old pagan festivals. So when you were talking about, paganism, it's more of a Christmas is paganism. It's not really Christianity, but most of the people will celebrate it as Christians. Yeah. And I mean, look, as we know today, even with the Catholic Church, they do control things, they change things. They're not the Pope. He's not anything special. He's not chosen by a god. He is chosen by a bunch of men. Yeah, it's I don't. I'm not Christian. I don't believe in the Bible. As I said before, I don't believe in God or Jesus because I've done my research and I know these facts, and they are facts, and you can go back and you can research them yourself and see. Now, the truth about Santa Claus, so he's pagan too. So let's talk about Santa because this one blows people's minds. So Santa is not Christian, as we know. He's not originally Saint Nicholas. He's a blend of ancient gods, folklore, and shamanic. I can never say this word. Shamanic. I'm going to say that traditions. Here's where he really comes in. So Odin, the Norse or father, he rode an 8-legged horse through the sky, delivering gifts during Yule. Children left out food for the horses, just like today's cookies and milk. So then we've got the another pagan, which is they used to call it the suburban shamus. So Siberian. They dressed in red and white, climbed through the smoke hole of the winter huts, and delivered dried mushrooms and as gifts to lift the winter spirits. This is where the chimney legend comes in. So then we've got stockings. People hung their boots near the fire to dry. The shamans left inside. So it's a hello modern stocking. So they would live outside, and the shamans would leave gifts inside the stockings. That's where they came into it. So Coca-Cola Santa. So in the 1930s, Coke redesigned Santa into the big red suit version as we know it now, creating the commercial Santa as we see it today. Santa is actually the spirit of Yule, a magical figure connected to ancient winter traditions, not Christianity. As we know Santa's not Christianity. We know it's something different, and we've also got those lovely stories of Saint Nicholas. So I like the idea of Santa Claus, even though a lot of people these days don't. I do. So where does Christianity belong in spirituality? So for me, I don't personally believe that Christianity does fit into spirituality because spirituality, we get it through spirit, through the communication that the mediums and psychics get through spirit and through channelings. And like for me, I know I don't believe in God, but I just know there's no God. I believe in spirit. I believe in guides. I believe in angels, but I don't believe in the archangels because, again, that is something that is made up again by the Constantine. So when we're talking about Archangel Raphael and Raphael, they are all pagan because they are pagan gods. They've put pagan gods into that story, that narrative, and it actually downgrade them. What I feel like there are many. What about gods? I feel like there'll be many more guides or higher spirit. And those people that say they can see Jesus or they see them when when they're connecting to spirit or they've done meditations, spirit shows you what you know. So if if it's trying to give you a symbolic of someone or whatever your symbolic of Jesus would be, they're going to give you that symbol, what you know. So it's like when I see someone's loved ones, I see what I need to describe. It's not necessarily I seeing what their loved ones actually look like. I see what I know to describe what I need to describe. It's not actually the person's loved ones. And I feel like if that's what we're getting when we're doing readings, it would be no different when they're trying to give you a a symbolic meaning or some sort of message. They're going to show you what you know, what you believe, and what you think you believe in. That's what I feel like that all comes into it when those people are saying that. Again, this is my opinion. This is what I think, but the actual facts are facts. So if you go and research it, there's a really good YouTube documentary about the beginnings of Christianity, and it actually goes back into Rome, and you can see the artifacts, and it's really good. And it also brings in the times of Israel too. So, and as we know, what just happened on the weekend? It's all down to religion. These people, it's very sad what happened at Bondi. And if you go down to, yes, they are radicalists that did it, but their faith and what they believe in ultimately stems down to religion, or what they believe in what someone else has brainwashed them into believing in, that whatever it is that they are is the true faith, the true religion, that they are the true people. It is all. That's what makes me so angry about religion, is because it is so much about control, and there's manipulation at play, and so many people fall into that. And I know people need hope. I know people need something to believe in, but I mean, like, I've channeled what's there. I know what's there, and to me that it might sound odd, but it makes sense. So I believe that there's said more the one guide, and it's what I've been channeled is that this whole Earth or plane, whatever you want to call it, on is an experiment, but different galaxies are different experiments, and they have been told that they know how it's going to start, they know how it's going to end. So that's what I've been told. That's what I feel, and that's what I believe in. I don't believe in what we've been brought up with or been told. So, um, so, so if we talk about, I've just been talking about if how Christianity fits in or belongs in spiritual. I said no. So you can be spiritual and still follow Christian like techniques or teachings. People do it all the time. I know I have a friend who raised Catholic, and she believes in God. And we had a psychic party once I was hosting, and she went, and I said to them, I don't believe in God, and she said, oh, I do, but we're still friends. It was funny at the time. I personally don't think that these things don't blend in together, because one's about control, one's about what our connection to spirit. They're two different things. You can also be spiritual and follow none of it, like me. But the truth is, Christmas belongs to humanity, not one religion. It's a mix of pagan traditions, ancient sun worship, seasonal energy, mythology, folklore, and later Christian symbolized layered on top. So the deeper you look, the more you realize Christmas is actually more spiritual than religion. Okay. So, I mean, what I believe Christmas is all about, as I said, I don't follow the teachings of the Christianity. I do like them. I do love Santa Claus. I've always loved Santa Claus even since I was little. And I think that's a really good and fun thing for children. And the idea of giving, I think, is the real meaning behind Christmas, is just being more giving to people, being a nice person, celebrating coming towards the end of the year. Um, and the energy of Christmas is still the same as thousands of years ago. I think it was the same thing. So we've got love, unity, light returning. Or in our case, the light's already here. So we're in summer. So for us, it's not getting darker. It's already light, which is, it's great. Although I would love to have a white Christmas one day. A fresh, energetic cycle, as I said before, the end of the year, starting a new year, giving from the heart, coming back to what matters. So, whatever you believe in, Jesus, Odin, Sun God, the universe, or just good vibes, this time of year activates some energy for everyone. It's a portal of light, the moment of rebirth. And I love watching those Christmas specials, the Christmas, movies, and as well as I love Elf. Um, and I think there is something magical about this time of year. Although this year there has been a shadow put on Christmas because of what happened on Sunday at Bondi. But at the same time, it's still Christmas. Tomorrow, with my day job, I'm giving a bunch of kids, I've wrapping up their presents and giving it to them. And I love doing that. I love giving out presents to people. I love it's my love language is giving. So, and I do think that's a big important thing about Christmas is just giving, no matter how much money you earn or what you have, giving something and helping people too. I feel like it's good to help people, um, and just a good time of year. There's a good energy about this time of year. So that's what I feel like more the meaning is of Christmas, more than the birth of, I'm gonna say, a mythical being. Yeah. So if this opened your mind or taught you something new, please share it with someone who'd enjoy this kind of spiritual truth telling. I'll be back soon with more astrology, psychic development, and cosmic insights. Until then, keep shining your light. Remember, the truth is always deeper than the story we're given. So, this will be my last podcast of the year. So, I will start again in January. But for now, I will have a couple of weeks break. And I know I've had a couple of weeks in between my last one, but this will be my last one for the year. So I do hope you've enjoyed it. So if you want to catch me more, I do have my weekly video still doing it through the end of the year for my YouTube, and I'll be putting up my predictions for 2026 soon as well as I have a lot of events coming up, which you can find me too. Don't forget my psychic development cruises coming up next year in 2027. So, love, Lady D, and I will see you guys. Keep shining, and I'll see you guys back in 2026. Until then, Merry Christmas, Happy New Year, and I really hope that you all, have a good Christmas. And let's just say Merry Christmas. I'm I'm sick of people saying Happy Christmas. It's Merry Christmas. So I will say to you, Merry Christmas, and bye for now.